You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so Slim, you still got the way. Alright, Sonya playing what up though? Kenny Misfit, what up though? Yeah. Two eye, bitch. Two eye, bitch. Two eye, bitch. What? Two eye, bitch. What?
I'm in the clouds when I'm with you. Girl, what's your name? I hope this don't offend you. Tastes like cocaine. I didn't think I'd get it. I get so high. Now I'm feeling for you, baby. Where's the lie?
Roses of wine, out of blue. This feels like love,
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love, like love.
Right on it, boy, I send you out of reach when I ride on it. What you lacing in my weed, put my life on mine. Boy, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
It's a vibe and a function. Is that tribal or something? Where this shit was by dead girl till I end up coming out rap like I signed a dungeon. Yeah, like big boy Dre now. Try to kinda look like Bay now. I'ma shoot my shot like Jay now. Shit, I shoot like right now. Home team girl like straight now. On God, let the Lord make a way now. If you scared, go to church like gay now. But ain't scared, I'm with a DJ now. She said I pass on the heart, we can blade now. But I like them blocks, okay now. Shit, I'll shade them. I said, girl, your love is so guitar. Now let me play on that. I play your favorite song, God Clash, let me stay on that. I knew it was a smash when I featured Sonya Blade on that. 4 years later, caught her up and hit replay on that. Girl, I had you spending all your funds. Hit you with this rock and you think that I'm cheating Peter Gunn. Say some shit like, nigga, did you smoke crack before you came over? You remind me of my G, but I just Range Rovers. Dog that pussy, I don't really care, I just want you to come around my way. I know I got a lot of mouth that'll make you scream, God, find your face, ain't he good? Yeah, think I like it better around my face. Get your top 8, I think I like it better around my space. Tano, anyway, white lines, black glove, opposites attract in here. I just brought the pack in here, and I brought this hard drive computer, don't get hacked in here. Two eye tribe on God, blade, we snapped in here. Willie and baby.
Roses of wine, out of blue. This feels like love.
Ribbons in the sky, they fall on you. This feels like love.
Right on it, boy, I send you out of reach when I ride on it. What you lacing in my weed, put my life on mine. Boy, you know just what to do. Baby, I can't wait to get to you.
It's the
It's your favorite BBL Nurse Tay on Beauty and the Body, where we tell you how it really is on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
You can buy a hair that won't grow. You can fix your nose if you said so. You can buy all the makeup the Mac can make. But if you can look inside you, find out who am I to be in the position to make me feel so. Tell
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is raining and storming, hailing outside. Be glad y'all seeing me today. But in other news, it's a brand new week. We're going to start off with positive vibes. I wanted to show you guys, because I know I do a lot of talking on this platform, but I want to start showing you guys what I mean, what I'm talking about when I say certain things, and how important it is to really pay attention to what you want. Make sure you have everything that you need, and make sure you have the right person for you when it comes to having cosmetic surgery. So I would say to date, I have serviced close to 200 clients. I have a wide range of the type of community I serve. So I see women, I've seen men, I've seen trans, I've seen, well, I don't know how you, I guess just straight up gay, I guess. Like, didn't want to be a woman, but still wanted a BBL. That is quite popular in the male gay community. I've had plus size, I've had small size, I've had everything is going well. I've had everything is going not so well. I've dealt with complications. So I like to consider myself a pretty well-versed person in the industry as far as providers and caretakers. So going forward, I'm going to start sharing and showing you guys some examples that I've had with my own clients, and understand anything that I have promoted or posted on this platform, I do have the client's consent to do it. Also, no face, no names, unless someone asks me to shout them out personally, I will do so. But when I'm sharing examples, you're not going to know who that person is. All right. So this episode today, what I have to share is really, really good work, meaning that these clients were dedicated, they were attentive, they were consistent, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do in order to have the results that you're going to see today. So first off, we're going to start with our first picture of the before, and I'll explain what they had done and what all I had to do to them. And then I'll show you the after. All right. So this client here, as you can see, she has a lot going on. This by far was like one of my favorite clients. She was so sweet. Had a couple kids. Something happened with giving childbirth to where she had a slanted hip. So one hip swayed a little bit, and she just wanted to have some evenness with that and being fluffed out. So she went to have a BBL, so lipo with the stomach and the thighs actually. And then she had it transferred to her buttocks. She also, it's kind of hard to see, but on the far right, you see something like a piece of tape up under her boob there. She also had fat transferred to her breast. She was an interesting case, being that she suffered from breast implant illness, where your breast implants, your body rejects them and it makes you very sick. So she started having anxiety, headache, nausea. Some people, their hair fall out. It can affect ones in many different ways. Not a leak. That's totally different. It's just sometimes your body can reject a foreign body. Sometimes your body can reject stitches. If you've ever seen that, at some point I'll show you guys something of what that looks like. Anything foreign you're putting in your body might like it, it might not. It might be safe, protected. There was nothing wrong with the implants that she had in as far as them being defective. It was just her body wasn't feeling it whatsoever with having something that's not supposed to be there. So she had the implants removed, and then she had her breast filled with her own fat. It can give you somewhat of a difference, but honestly, it doesn't compare to actually having implants. Okay, so understand that. The bandages, that you see. So this is what everybody laughs at. This is the funny part. This is where everybody makes the jokes from. She has drains, so she was leaking, right? Which is why you see it red in the back there and on the side. So she had a lot of fluid coming out. That happens a lot when you have cosmetic surgery. They pump you up with all these solutions because fat is naturally hard in your body, hard as a rock almost. So they have to put solutions inside to loosen up the fat so that they can suction it out. All right. Her sides there, same thing. She has some leakage there, drainage areas. So we kept them covered as much as we can. If you look on her thighs there, you see she has a lot of bruising. And in her stomach area, that's normal as well, just because of the trauma that the surgery causes with sucking everything out and stuffing everything in. She was very, very consistent. I saw her shoot every day for like the first 2 weeks and then about 3 times a week after that. Within 3 months, we were to our, what I would say, full results. Most of the time, it takes 6 months to 1 year for you to see your true results after having surgery. That's what pisses people off. They get messed up. They don't understand. It's not fast. It is not fast. Now, mind you, she looks good already. Like, I can, at this point, I can look at somebody the first time I see them and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to be fine. This is going to be easy peasy. Or I'm be like, okay, so let's just keep getting these massages because we're going to have to do some work. Everyone is different because some people will hop off. They'll come and they'll be like, well, when people post their results in the group, I mean, you can immediately see a difference. Like, you can tell they got their body done. But me, like, I feel like I look the same, or I feel like I don't see anything yet. You cannot judge everyone. You're one person. You cannot go by them and automatically assume that's how your journey is going to be. Okay, so please understand that. Again, to the picture, she looks very, very good. I already knew as soon as she took her clothes off, we'd be good money. All right. So now we're going to fast forward to her results. And this is what close to the end result was. All right. So you see here, she's way more smooth, less swollen. Her butt is more proportionate to her body. See, that takes some time. She's very, very curvy. She's very flat. She's not lumpy. Her butt looks natural. I actually like seeing dimples in a butt. I don't particularly care for a perfect, smooth, or even looking behind. That doesn't really translate well sometimes, especially in bathing suits. It don't really look the best. But as you can see, like, she still has a natural looking butt with the dimples. I appreciate that in work. Some clients hate it. They have surgery to have the dimples removed. Understand they may not ever go anywhere. And look how it's sitting. That is what we would call a shelf. See, from the far right picture where her back curves in and then it stops and then there's the hump. That's a shelf. A slope, her butt would be a little bit more droopy. Just a smidge bit more. But that sits up exactly how it's supposed to. That was around month 3. So within 3 months, that is how she looked. And then at that point, I said, hey, I think you look great. If you want to continue on with services, we certainly can do that. But in my opinion, I will clear you. Okay, I think we're good. Or I really think we need to do a couple more weeks and then let's see how it goes from there. But she was a perfect example of doing everything correctly. We didn't have any issues. We didn't have any mishaps. Everything was smoothly. She had her surgery done here in Atlanta by Dr. Curves. And shouts out to him because he's a really good cosmetic surgeon here in the Atlanta area. So that is who did her surgery, Dr. Jimerson at Advanced Plastic. I think that's the name of the surgery center in Johns Creek. So that, again, that is Dr. Curves' work, and it came out very, very good. All right. So the next one, we're going to show I tried to have an example today of lipo, tummy tuck, BBL. All right. So the first young lady was a BBL. The second one that we're going to see, I'm going to see it first to make sure that's the right one. All right. So this right here is an example of just lipo. All she had was lipo 360. She already had a good foundation, as you can see. She already has a shape. She already had a butt. Really wasn't a need to do anything. Now, some people still want to get filled out some, if you will. They'll still want minor adjustments, but she looks really, really, really good. From the yes, so that's bruising on the sides, as you can see there, because of the lipo. So they go all around, front, back, sides, upper back, lower back. All right. So you see in her stomach in the front, still some swelling there. Definitely still swelling in her sides and major, major bruising. The bruising is what hurts the most. It takes about 2 weeks, two good weeks for the bruising to go away. There is oil and creams that you can use for that called Arnica. It aids in bruising and swelling. They have many forms of it, but I like the gel because, of course, it goes right on the surface, and I like the tea. So I promote Arnica gel and Arnica tea to drink. Gel to put on, tea to drink. The tea is going to help with the swelling from the inside, the internal trauma that was done during the lipo. She also had a lot of fluid as well, which is why we have the pad down there. That was a home visit. Interesting. She was one of the cases that had to have surgery in the summer because she's a teacher. I learned through her that you only have 3 days off during the school year. 3 days you can request off during the school year when you work in the school system. So she had no choice but to have her surgery in the summertime so that she could go back to work and be at full capacity for the next school year. So again, we were also very consistent. Mind you, we had a short time period because she had to go back to work. So now we're going to show the after of that, of being consistent, of working with me and getting her massages. All right. So this was 6 weeks because we had a shorter time period. This was 6 weeks. As you can see, she's flat. It's rounded out. She's curvy. Her bruising has gone away. Majority of her swelling still has a little bit, if you can look on the sides, but that is a very, very, very good natural looking finish. I was very impressed. Again, she did a wonderful, amazing job. She was able to continue on. Even once she started back working, then we started seeing each other after school. But for the main part, for us to get here, it did take some dedication. We can't miss an appointment because you do a lot of walking with your job. I want to say she's like an assistant principal too. So she was a teacher and she also taught teachers. So she did an amazing job again. This was within 6 weeks from the first set of pictures. And you can continue to go on after that. And remember, this is just lipo. She already had a butt. Okay. So when you already have a nice foundation, sometimes all you want and need is just that little nudge with the lipo only. You don't have to get a BBL. All right. So we're going to take a short commercial break, and then I got one more to show you guys as well as far as the transformation.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P. Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, Kells. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen. Seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items. Looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food, something special. Bar and lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something special. Bar and lounge.
Pretty face, little bitch, I know she busted. Hold them racks to my ears, I know she want me. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. You the one I want, you the one I need, your body pressure. When I grab that ass, I spread them cheeks, I gotta stretch it. I might say fuck that bed and put you on that dresser. Put some Bottega on your feet, now you a stripper. The way you fit them jeans, the way you walk. New bands on a brand new bag, Dior, that bitch a ball. 10 lines on the sand, I know my bitch is on that demon time. 2 hands on your knees, now do the dirty one. Rose gold really on all my rings. Kiss her face, she lick my rings. Sometimes she just wanna fuck. Right after I got a cut. We don't have to kiss and tell. Nobody don't have to know. Look the way I hit it from the back, my hands around her toe. Yeah, pretty face, little bitch, I know she busted. Hold them racks to my ears, I know she want me. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Yeah, pretty face, little bitch, I know she busted. Hold them racks to my ears, I know she want me. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Yeah, freaky little text, I pull up on you in the middle of the day. Put the 40 right beside me, keep that pussy safe. Yeah, hands on the thighs, I look her in the eyes, I won't rush it. Neighbors hear you screaming, babe, I bet they know my name. My baby so wet, I told her I might just drown in it. I need like 10, hold up, baby, only 5. Yes, lipstick on my collar, I'm a pimp, fat pocket with the knots. Ready reach on your body, know I gotta beat the box. She know I don't play with that pussy. Water gun, I shoot that Uzi. Girl on girl, she know what I like. Get on top, now ride that bike. Slim thick in the waist, I don't know what she doing, but it kitty fat. Pillow and a blanket, fuck around, I fall asleep in that. Yeah, pretty face, little bitch, I know she busted. Hold them racks to my ears, I know she want me. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Yeah, pretty face, little bitch, I know she busted. Hold them racks to my ears, I know she want me. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan. Hop on your live, you know I'm watching, I'm your only fan.
On this Monday, talking about or showing you guys some of the work that can be done and potential that you can have when having a cosmetic surgery procedure. As long as you do what you are supposed to do, follow all of the aftercare instructions, you would be more inclined to have a successful surgery journey. Mind you, please understand nothing is promised, right? I think the biggest misconception is some clients assume, well, and this is regarding the surgery, because there's a difference. If I'm paying you to do something, I expect you to do what I asked. Things can go completely different once you are on the table, right? There are some people who realize, because they've never had surgery before, because they've never been sick, that their body cannot tolerate anesthesia. So you'll get all the way to surgery, get on the table, they're trying to put you to sleep, and you can't stop throwing up, or you can't fall asleep or keep waking up. That's something that's out of their control. If they give you too much medication, then you could potentially stop breathing. So there's been times where clients have gone in for surgery one day and then pretty much told, well, we weren't able to do what you paid us to do. So these are your options, because it's very rare you're going to get your money back. Unfortunately, they're going to find a way to still do some kind of procedure on you as to where they don't have to put you to sleep. All right. There's times when people get all the way down to, especially if you're traveling to another state, city, country to have the surgery. Understand, when you guys sign up for everything, it's all over the phone or on the internet. No one has really seen you yet. It's a few, especially if you're local, they'll see you beforehand, do a nice little consultation, make you feel very, very comfortable. But for the most part, it is very fast paced, very passive, if you will. They'll do things over the phone. You'll send pictures. They take your money, sign you up. That's it. So you'll fly down to Miami or wherever thinking you're going to get a BBL. And then when you get there, the doctor looks at you and like, you don't have enough fat for a BBL. You don't have enough fat to transfer. Understand, there's different types of fat in your body. All right. I don't want to get too technical, but no, there's one type of fat that cannot be used for lipo. That's the fat that surrounds your organs. That deep internal fat cannot be used. Okay. It is not safe. It's totally different. It could really, really harm you if tampered with in the wrong way. So you get down there, you done paid all this money, made all these arrangements, did all these things, and they're like, we can't do your BBL because you don't have enough fat. But we can do a tummy tuck on you if you want that. What you gonna do? You're not getting your money back. Remember what I said. So what? You done have all this time scheduled. You done took off of work, got your kids situated, and flew down here. Are you really gonna be like, okay, well, I guess I'll just reschedule it and come back in a couple months and try to gain some weight? No, 9 times out of 10, you're still gonna have the surgery that they recommended instead of what you wanted. So that happens quite often. That's why you have to do everything on your part to make sure that you'll still be able to have the surgery that you want to have. If you're a smaller frame person, yes, you do need a certain amount of fat on you to transfer. If you're skin and bone, it's not much that's going to transfer, and it's not guaranteed that it's going to stay. You can lose the fat after having it transferred. It can completely dissipate or disappear because your body's not used to holding on to that. For you girls or guys who have a fast metabolism, that's typically what the issue is. It's hard to get you guys to gain weight, and it's hard for you to retain the fat. So you have to pretty much eat in excess. There's a really good drug on the market, epitamine, if I'm saying it right. People take that to gain weight because you don't want to gain muscle, right? You want to gain actual fat. They can't transfer muscle, but they can transfer fat. Okay. You also want to make sure that, again, the person that's taking care of you is aware of certain things, knows what to look for, knows what an issue can be, knows what is normal. There's so many things that happen or carry on after you guys have surgery that a lot of times what's confused as a complication or something going wrong is actually just a part of the process, and it's totally normal. But you got to have someone that knows the difference, because sometimes it'll be dismissed or, oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Your own surgeon or surgery center may tell you something is fine. That's when the blurred line comes of, okay, who am I supposed to listen to? There's been plenty of times I've had to tell a client, I don't care what your surgeon said. I'm telling you, this is not okay. This is an emergency. If they don't want to see you, then you're going to have to go to the hospital. But I'm never going to sit up here and tell somebody, oh, let's give it a while. Let's give it a couple of days if it really cannot wait. If it really cannot wait. Case in point, I had one client. She was from Texas, but she came here to have surgery. She got her breast done. She got a breast lift and a tummy tuck. I'll say around day 3, one of her breasts was extremely firm. Like, I mean, way more firm than what it should be, and it was warm to touch, and it sat up a little bit higher than the other breast. Now, please understand, we are naturally asymmetrical. I don't think people understand that. You are not born perfect. So it's very hard for a surgeon to make you perfect and even. They do have a keen eye. They can see certain things, but sometimes once you get enhancements, it brings out the unevenness more, especially with breasts. All right. Naturally, one breast is bigger than the other. Same as your eyebrows. One's thicker or one's higher. Same as your hair. One side grows longer than the other. It's no different from any of the rest of your body. So you have to pay attention to your breasts and understand that before having surgery. Look at them really, really, really good. But okay, yeah, there is some unevenness there. Bring that out to the surgeon so they can make it match more, if I'm making sense. Fast forward. I told her, your breast feels pretty firm. It's feeling kind of warm. And your nipple, one of her nipples was starting to get slightly darker than the other. I said, you might want to let the surgeon know that, or, call and let them know what's going on. The surgeon and surgery center pretty much dismissed her, told her it was fine, give it a couple days. I'm like, okay, well, all I can do is just monitor it, and we'll keep moving forward. She goes home to Texas. She sends me a picture. She says, hey, I found a nurse down here, and she feels the same way that you feel, that one of my breasts, my nipple doesn't look right. Sent me another picture. It looked worse. Like her nipple was getting darker. I'm like, oh no, like this is not good. I said, well, hey, this particular surgery center had multiple locations, and I knew they had one in Texas. I was like, see if you can get an appointment with one of the doctors there, because just like anywhere else, if y'all are a network, you should be working together. Once these clients get back to where they live, there's no harm in you accepting, come and look at a client who had surgery up under your organization or entity. Oh, but no, they refused to see her because that surgeon did not do surgery at that center, and no other surgeon would look at her as well within their own organization. I said, all right, well, this is what we're not going to do. I said, we're not going to wait anymore. You need to go to the hospital, and I need you to go now. Why was I so concerned? Because of exactly what they said. Fast forward, she let me know. She said, thank you so much, Tay, for telling me to go to the hospital. You are right. My nipple was losing circulation. They told me if I would have waited 24 more hours, I would have lost my nipple. And understand, when that happens, it's not really much else you can do. Like, you can probably get a skin graft, if you will, or you can get a camouflage tattoo to mimic a nipple. But once you lose your nipple from loss of circulation, it's pretty much done. So you want somebody to catch it in the meantime, in the beginning, before the bad starts. That's why it's important to have someone who knows what they're doing looking at you. Look what happened. The surgeons told her on the phone it was okay. Don't worry about it. Give it a couple days. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be okay. Very dismissive. She went to the hospital and got told something. They almost want to take her to surgery again. Now, understand, if you go to the hospital, yeah, they don't care about you looking cute. Okay? They're going to fix the issue, and that's that. If you're going to have a whole zigzag all over your body, they don't care. Their job is to fix your emergency. They're not going to care about the aesthetics of your line, of your scar. None of that. None of that. And then I don't really care less about what the surgeon has to say after the fact, especially if you dismissed my client. I don't give a damn about you being mad that they went to the hospital. Why didn't you answer the phone? Why didn't you take a closer look? They didn't even look at her. They didn't even examine her, do a televisit, a virtual consultation, something. It pretty much said, you'll be all right. Everything is fine. I'm pretty sure it's nothing. I'm pretty sure. I don't think so. I don't think so. So it's very important, again, to have someone who essentially knows what they're doing that can look at you properly. So I have one more example for you guys. This is a tummy tuck, and that'll be the fifth one, picture image that you guys are going to see. All right. So this is a tummy tuck. She went to Smart Plastic in Miami. Oh, and the one before with lipo, she went to CG Cosmetics. But this one was Smart Plastic in Miami. I do not remember the doctor right offhand, but I remember the surgery center. All right. So you can see in the middle, she's very, very swollen. The two little tubes you see right there, those are surgical drains. So sometimes they place those in. A lot of times it's just with tummy tuck clients. When you have surgery, in order to catch all the fluid that is coming out for the draining process. Typically, only tummy tucks get drains. Very rare, I'll see it in a BBL. I think it depends on the surgeon, but for the most part, only the ones who get a tummy tuck have to worry about the drains. So you have to just figure it out. They have little clamps, little blue clamps on the end, like you see they're kind of hooked onto her socks down there. Yeah, even wearing a garment, they have to stuff it through. Clients hate drains, and I never had a drain, so I cannot relate. But it's very uncomfortable. Like it snags on my clothes. I feel like I can't move. I feel like something is tugging. Sometimes I accidentally pull it out, forgetting, not paying attention. It can get very irritated around the incision area of the drain. It can get very red and irritating that way. So they be rushing me to take them out. But I'm like, it's really important for them to stay. If we take it out, like that means you're going to build even more fluid and be even more uncomfortable. That tape line, that is just covering up her tummy tuck incision. Now, this would technically qualify as an extended tummy tuck. There is a difference. You have your standard and you have your extended. Looking at the middle picture, a standard tummy tuck would have just stopped in the front, from the front view of the one side of the hip to the other side. But if you look at the far left, you see her scar line comes around and almost starts at her back. That's what makes it extended. That's the difference. It'll either stop right in the front, or that'll be the standard tummy tuck. If it starts to come around your sides and almost go to your back, that's an extended. All right. Her back, she has a lot of swelling. She didn't have too much done on her back. So we really didn't focus on her back too much. It mainly was the front and the sides. Yeah, she had a tummy tuck and lipo on her sides. She didn't have that much bruising, but she had a lot of swelling. And once we took her drains out, she still built up a lot of fluid. So I had to stick her with a needle to get the rest out. And I'll show you at some point what that looks like when I have to do that. You see the middle picture there, her belly button. When you get a tummy tuck, depending, but most times when you get a tummy tuck, they get rid of your old belly button. Depending on how big your stomach is, if it's hanging, then naturally that makes sense. That's going to have to come off, and they will make a new belly button. All right, so you see it's dark in the middle there because those are stitches. Those are stitches. That's that darkened area there. And you need to keep something inside your belly button to maintain the shape of it, because sometimes, all right, when they're creating that new belly button, that's raw tissue. All right, yes, they have some of your old skin folded in, but still, that is raw tissue that's being forced to stay open. Naturally, your body's going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm trying to heal, so this is supposed to close. If you don't put something in that belly button, you will lose it 9 times out of 10. It's not going to stay in place. It's going to get smaller and smaller, and then the skin is going to stick together, and you're not going to have a belly button. If y'all ever see a telltale sign that somebody had surgery, especially a tummy tuck, is when they in them bathing suits or crop tops and they don't have a belly button. They might have a slit. It just looks like a long line down the middle. You don't see no hole nowhere. That's because they had surgery and they didn't pay attention. Or, unfortunately, sometimes the surgeon forgets. If they have a lot going on, Yes, they can forget to add your belly button. It has happened many a times. Now, we're going to show you the after of working with me. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. Do you? A BBL? Stop it. I'm thinking you're behind talking about this being a big belly button for Hollywood. And I'm like, how you do that? But shit, I know a girl, she came at the toilet once. I said, now that's creative. She said she didn't go as an alien for Halloween because she don't have a belly button. Or a test tube, baby. And how you gonna explain that? Dating somebody, you know, it's getting hot and heavy. Like, what the fuck? Listen. Nobody's perfect. All right. Now, look at this. Beautiful work. Scarline is even. She had a little bit of hyperpigmentation there, meaning her scarline kind of darkened a little bit, but no worries. That's something that can be fixed with different scar creams. All right. As you can see, she's very flat. Even her back looks better, even though she didn't have surgery on her back and her sides. This came along very, very nicely. I was very impressed with the results. She stayed compressed. No, it wasn't easy. You have to do a little bit of extra work with her fluid buildup, but for the most part, her tummy tuck was a success, and she only had one child. Now, I don't know. Sometimes when you guys have kids, they have to do. Did she get? I think she did. I believe she had muscle repair as well. That is when, after having children, your abdominal muscles separate. So, because of that, some of you will never have a flat stomach unless you have surgery, because the spreading of it makes your stomach protrude out more. So, most mothers, after they're done having their children, get tummy tucks, and then they also internally stitch up those abdominal muscles so that you can be flat once all the swelling goes down. So I believe she did have muscle repair as well, because that's very, very flat, especially on the side looking. She did very, very well, and she traveled. She lived probably about 2 hours away, and there was nobody in her area, so she had to come to me. We made it work. We made it work even when she went back to work. But it takes a lot. It's another thing people don't understand or think about. If you live in a small town like where I'm from, Tifton, Georgia, perhaps, you might want to make sure it's somebody in your area that can take care of you when you get back. That is the most difficult thing I have to deal with. People are hitting me up in Athens, in Woodstock, Paulding County, wherever the heck that is, Gainesville, Warner Robins, and I'm like, honey, there's no way I can come there. Like, you wouldn't be able to afford me for the day, because I would have to charge you for the whole day. But you guys got to think about, hey, do I even have, I know I want to get my body done, but do I got somebody where I live that can manage me, that can help me get to the results that I need to get to? Because then you're going to be stuck. You're going to have to figure out how to get somewhere. Or sometimes what some people do is they'll fly to me or drive to me and stay for a couple of weeks in the town and then go back home. You got to figure it out, and you have to do what you have to do, because it's not easy being mobile. You can't go everywhere. I can't go that far, and it's going to be too late after the fact to know, or to be able to find someone. And then the commute, it's hard getting up and moving around when you had surgery. You don't want to have to force yourself to commute hours on end. That doesn't make any sense. All right. So make sure you guys continue to watch, to listen. I'm going to continue to show you guys more examples, give you more visuals, so that you can see everything again that I'm talking about. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I will see you guys next Monday.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.